Hey YouTube, it's Liz here, and don't mind the exhaustion on my face. If you guys have been watching my channel or keeping up with my whole thing, you know that I live in Korea, South Korea, and if you know anything about South Korea, you know that this week or this last week has been Chuseok, which is kind of it's to like honor your ancestors, and Koreans go and clean the graves of their deceased relatives, and they set up I don't want to say altars, but kind of like altars, and make a lot of food, and all the family gets together, and there's bowing. You bow to your ancestors, you bow to the elderly, and everybody dresses in hanbok, which is like traditional Korean clothing, depending on how traditional or non-traditional your family structure is. And it's a lot of fun, but it's a lot of stress. And for the wives, it can be especially stressful because there's so much food to make and so much cleaning and family, and it can be exhausting. I personally really love Chuseok. I love all of the Korean holidays. It's probably the American in me, really having that like family togetherness. I miss that a lot. And yeah, but this Chuseok, we didn't go to my sister-in-law's house like we normally do, because my husband is deployed to Lebanon, and it was just a really long drive, and my kids had to work, and there was all kinds of silly things. So we didn't go this year. But I did get to spend time with all of my kids for Chuseok, which was great, which is why I'm exhausted, because we've been up late, and I've been eating like crap. And that's kind of the point of this. So this is my update, and also kind of an introduction into a new journey that I've decided to partake upon. As you know, I've been doing OMAD Keto. Well, I probably if you've been watching my last couple videos, you know that I have been really struggling. Not that there's anything wrong with what I was trying to do. It's just that I've been really, for some reason, I've been really emotionally triggered lately. And so I have just not been consistent or even really doing well at all. Right now, I just weighed myself. It's actually noon, but I haven't eaten anything today except for coffee and black coffee with a little bit of erythritol. And that's it. That's all I've had today. But I weighed myself, and I was 128.5 kilos. So I did put on about 500 grams. And this last couple weeks, I have been slowly putting on weight because I have been eating like shit. A lot of it is water, because I have been eating a lot of carbs. And I've basically been just eating whatever the fuck I feel like eating. And that includes like ice cream. And I guess I haven't really been eating that much bread. And I don't really eat rice, but I've been eating like ice cream, fried chicken, the skin, like the breaded part of the chicken. I've just been eating a lot of shit. I don't know how to explain it. And eating outside of my time windows too. I've just been doing a really crappy job of staying on track. And sorry, this piece of, what are you doing? What is this? Get back where you belong. I have partial dreads now. Obviously, you can see that. The top part has been removed, and I have them from like the ears up. I'm thinking about going a little bit higher, but we'll see. Anyway, and I lost my train of thought. I did want to go over like the disadvantages that I've noticed since I've been eating poorly these last couple of weeks. Oh, there, it's just all over the place. Okay, well, pretend you didn't see that, okay? I'm a mess this morning. I'm really tired. So some of the disadvantages I've noticed since I started to eat like shit again. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I am extremely swollen. I'm sure you could probably notice the puffiness in my eyes especially, and in my, all through here. I put back on so much water. My hands are super swollen. You can't really tell when they're like, when I'm like this, but when you go like this, there, you can see it. There's so much water in my hands. There's so much water in my feet. And that, it's just really bad. And I've broken out. I have my skin, I don't know if you can tell, but my skin is just like, and it's actually healing now. It was really, really bad for like the first like 5 to 7 days, but now it's starting to heal again. But like, it's just been really bad. My skin, and it's all over my chest. It's all over my legs. I mean, it's bad. My throat, I don't know if you can tell, because I've been eating a lot of dairy and sugar. My sinuses are all congested. My ears are just producing an insane amount of wax. Headaches. I wake up almost every morning with a headache, which is so strange because I think what it must be is like my body fighting to go back into ketosis because I was in ketosis for so long, and I'm still doing OMAD. So it's like for a while, inconsistently doing OMAD, but most days doing OMAD. And I think that, you know, during that transition, my body wants to go into ketosis, but I'm like in the middle of like switching, and I'm caught in that like shitty keto flu stage, like 24 hours a day. It really sucks. So I just need to like transition back in completely and be done with it. Diarrhea. Oh my God. Eating sugar, especially ice cream. I've come to realize that, especially things like milk, ice cream. I haven't really had any yogurt, but especially these two, every time I've eaten them so far, I have had some pretty violent diarrhea. And apparently I am more lactose intolerant than I realized. And I kind of wonder if that's part of the reason why I wasn't losing weight so much on my regular regimen, because maybe I'm just giving, like, because I was eating a lot of cheese, and maybe that's causing so much inflammation that it's making it difficult for me to lose weight. Who knows? But cramping, lots and lots of cramping in all of my muscles, especially like in the top of my feet, which is really strange. I'm used to having cramps on the bottom of my feet. I kind of forgot about that though, because once I started going keto, and once I got through the whole like electrolyte stage, I didn't have cramps in my feet anymore, which I have had consistently for at least 10 years. And I mean like multiple times a day, if I point my toes, I cramp on the bottom of my foot, and then my toes cramp up and they curl down. And I've even had them cramp so hard that my toes kind of go and like pop up out of socket in my feet. And especially when I was pregnant, that used to happen all the time. But when I went keto, that stopped. And after I had like gone through the whole electrolyte phase, it stopped. And I didn't really think about it, as stupid as that sounds. It's funny how like negative effects go away and you don't really think about them, you don't think about the fact that they're gone. You're just kind of absent-mindedly not, I don't know how to explain it. Like, there's so many things about life being heavy that is difficult and that is painful. And as those things slowly disappear, sometimes you don't notice that they've disappeared because you're just waiting for them to reoccur. So if you have like a good day, you don't think about the fact that maybe that thing's gone forever. You just think that, okay, today's a good day. Today I don't have foot cramping. And if that happens 3 days in a row, you're like, wow, cool, 3 days in a row I didn't have foot cramping. And you don't think about it as like something that is permanent. And so you don't really give it the credit that it's due. Well, I started eating like shit again, and the foot cramping returned. And I realized that I hadn't had a foot cramp in weeks. And now they're back, and they're horrible. And they're even worse than they were before, because now they're like the top of my foot. And I've never had that before in my life. And it's obviously that eating carbohydrates is fucking with my electrolyte balance because of water. And so it's just not good. So I haven't been doing well. I feel like I haven't been able to control my impulses to eat the way that I was before. Last month when I was doing those like 36-hour and 72-hour fasts, I felt like I really had control over what I was eating and how I was feeling about not eating. And if I got hungry, I was just like, okay, I'm hungry, whatever. And I just moved through it, let it pass, and kept going. And then for some reason, the last like several weeks, 2 or 3 weeks now, I have been really emotionally attached to eating again and just easily triggered into eating. And even when I'm not hungry, but just like in my brain, my mind's going, oh, well, I kind of want to eat something right now. And so I just go and eat. And so it's been really difficult for me to control those urges, even though I'm not physically hungry. And that's the thing. I think that 99.9% of the time I'm not eating because I'm physically hungry. 9% of the time, I'm eating because there's something in my brain that says we could eat something right now, or we should eat something right now, or what would be good right now. I've never been one of those people who eat something and then feel euphoric. Okay, like that's not what happens, not for me. I think that my emotional attachment to eating is about distraction. It doesn't make me feel better. It just keeps me from feeling anything in that moment. I'm so distracted by what I'm doing that I'm not necessarily focused on the things that are hurting at that time. So recently I have had some emotional struggles with my husband being gone and with the problems that we've had in our marriage before he left. And for some reason, it's been really weighing on me recently. And I am the type of person to obsessively think about something over and over and over and over and over again. And that's how it's really difficult for people to lie to me, because when people lie to me, there's something in the back of my brain that goes, that didn't seem right. And then I obsessively think about it, and I can't help it. I can't stop it. And then I will do whatever it takes to resolve that, why am I obsessing about this? And then I come to realize like, it's inconsistent with something else that you've said. So either you were lying the first time or you're lying now. And recently I think I've been feeling very insecure. And I think that This is going to be a much longer video than I wanted it to be. Maybe I should make a whole nother video on deployment and how it affects your marriage, or how it can affect your marriage. Because it's being separated from your spouse for a significant period of time can be very challenging. So maybe I'll do a different video on that. Yeah. Anyway, that I just wanted to do a small update, and I'm going to be making another video shortly on my new plans, which I've already started. I've started today, but so I'll make a video on that in just a little while. But yeah, so that's our update about what was happening on keto, and me falling off the wagon still. But don't worry, I'm back on the wagon. So check out my next video to figure out what I'll be doing next. I would just put it on this one, but this is already like 16 minutes long. So next video. I will talk to you soon.